I lie in bed and shed some tears. The world I was raised in now has people living in fear. This country once stood united and strong, but over the years it didn't last long. We let hate fill our hearts and fear fill our souls. The government has completed their goals. It took time over the years to see that the world would split to diversity. We were all free to speak our mind. Now we all must make sure we stay in line. We at one point stood tall. Now we are so divided. Would you be willing to catch another if they fall? Freedom was in our everyday life, but in a few short 8 months, it all vanished away. Now you are shunned for your beliefs, even unwanted if you don't agree to what they say. Let me remind you, we all bleed red. What more should be said? Our hands need to be held out to anyone who falls. Even if you bleed different, we need to show love for all. Just a couple more things that need to be said as I lie here in my bed. Freedom came with a price. Thank you to all who made the sacrifice. The red, white, and blue still waves in the wind, so remember that the next time before you cave in. I stand for America and I stand with each of you. Just remember, this is what the government wanted us to do. United we stand, divided we fall. We are all free Americans, that is all.
What's up, everyone? It is your host, Truly VOP, here with Truly Uncensored and my co-host,
NC, and
JC,
and
Dan.
You know, it gets better every week with you, Dan. Every week you're either Dan. What is it?
Yeah. Listen, that was more upbeat than my usual, okay? So I haven't been on the air since the last time we did our show. So, hey,
true.
I think that's pretty uplifting for me, okay? What's up, everybody?
Good to see you all here. We had a crazy week, and it's good to be back live again. We haven't gone live in, 2 weeks now?
It's been 2 weeks.
Man.
We are back, and you know what? I think Dan touched on something right off the bat. I know we usually save the wrestling chat for last, but let's go ahead and talk about this shit. Dan, thoughts and opinions on Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson debuting at All Out?
Outstanding. I couldn't give two flying fucks, and I swear to God, the triggering of the idiots online was magical. I mean, yes. I actually, I never tweet wrestling shit unless I'm adding you to, but usually I just stay out of it. But my God, I put a couple things out there making fun of like that little douche Juan Homo Alvarez, just with his he's the greatest thing ever, making fun of him, and then I gotta get attacked by the little fucking prepubescent assholes, and I laugh at them. They are so fucking pathetic. Nobody gave a shit about Daniel Bryan for years. He made his big return. Nobody gave a shit. Now, because he goes out there looking like a fucking broke-ass B-level version of, I never thought I'd say this, what's the guy from fucking NXT with the manipulator of joints, the one that has the man bun? Right? He looks like a low-rent version of him. And because I say let's fucking go now, I'm cool and I'm elite. Wow. I mean... Dude, who the fuck cares? Nobody cares, okay? I'll give him credit for not bashing WWE. Wonderful. Adam Cole, the only dude that makes Daniel Bryan look like a towering giant, all right?
Seriously.
Honestly, you went out there, gay. Wow, who the fuck cares? I'm sorry. Oh, he was a mega superstar in his one match on the main roster. If he was such a mega superstar when he had his 75 fucking runs as NXT champion, did he really boost the numbers? Nobody cared. Oh, well, he's $1 million. He's not $1 million shit, okay? He's another little fucking fidget fuck from the whole little circle jerk crew. What are the Mount Rushmore of cocksuckers? Or whatever the fuck they call themselves, and the little too sweet, we copy the NWO and we say it's our own, bang, bang, bullet. Nobody fucking cares. So and the only thing I get offended by is when they say ex-WWE guy, he wasn't even good enough to make it to main level WWE. So now he just went basement level WWE. Who cares? And again, I'll give him credit for not knocking WWE yet. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Otherwise, outstanding. Co-main event with the Big Slow. Awesome. Putting him over. Yeah, you're a mark. Putting him over. All the Ruby. Who the fuck cares, you aardvark looking bitch? You were never cool. You were never popular. You weren't shit. And honestly, they released you. You sucked. Destination unknown. Go with the song. Everybody knew where you was going, and nobody gave a fuck. Okay, so you got the little applause. Now, wow, a WWE woman is gonna go for the champ. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? God. And they sit there and they cream themselves like it was a great spectacle in wrestling. The fuck? Like, my God.
Yeah, dude.
I will not give them my money or my rating, but Lord knows I've seen it since, and I cannot tell you how bored I was. And I didn't pop. I didn't get excited. Douche Wanda, Sam Meth, fucking acting like this is bigger than the NWO. Dude, you're smoking some good shit. That's all I'm saying.
Well, one thing that I know is, first off, we have a troll up in here.
Ugh.
Second
We always
off,
have
we usually
trolls.
But this is Venom Faggot, and this fucker interrupted one of our last streams by talking some weird shit about Venom. Who the fuck cares about your weird Venom fetish and how you think that Penelope Ford has a Slipknot Venom body? What the fuck is this shit? Who the fuck tweets this shit? Who thinks this shit? What type of fucking high-level meth do you have to be on to get hard off of this shit? Oh, it gets even better. Adam Cole has a delicious Cornish body! You weird faggot!
Yo, that sounds like the troll version of what's that little fucking the he-she thing? The little child that was fucking
Oh, Greenish Miho. We know that thing too well, and trust
What a
me,
name.
we have had so much fun interacting with that 15-year-old troll. I gotta say, for 15 years old, whatever the fuck it is, a man, woman, beast, who knows what the fuck that is, whatever it is, it's good for trolling at 15. I'll give it that.
I guess I wasn't impressed. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like little pre-pube child. Like seriously, if you're gonna step to my game, know your place, because I will make you my bitch in about 3 seconds. And I mean, again, don't engage me. Listen, I love criticism, and I love when you make fun of me because I just laugh at you and when you think you're getting off or getting one over because it's kind of funny. So I'll have fun with it and play with them. You know, why the hell not? But seriously, don't wander into my world, because believe me, even what I said on that Twitter thread, I was being really nice because I have no soul. No, I'm kidding. I'm just really mean. I am really mean. And I've seen the version of mean in the IWC, and I promise you, it doesn't. I'm worse. That's all.
So it sounds like we're doing our show backwards tonight a little bit.
I just let's start out with wrestling. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's do it differently. I mean, we always talk about politics shit first. Let's just switch it up, why not? And Beatrice would say maybe Greenish wants to be a member of the Real Wrestling Fan podcast. But rumor has it that she was already on a super show that they did featuring a lot of big names in the YWC. Yeah. So you're seeing that very soon, maybe. So Destructor wants to see Dan at his fucking meanest. Now, Dan, if there's one person in the YWC who you could be just like unmitigatedly mean towards, who would it be?
Dude, that's a rough one. I mean, you know my number one target, the dude who admitted, and it's cool, we accept you for what you are, who admitted to sucking off dudes the other day. I mean, yes. you know JD is always my favorite dwarf target. I mean, because I just hate him. But then you got Alvarez, and then what's this other douche one? Sean Ross Sapp? Like, yo, shout out to my bro Destructor for getting fucking, I know he thought he was like attacking him and trying to get him canceled, but yo, thanks for the props, right? I mean, Destructor, I thought that was great. So Sean Ross Sapp is another one who's quite a bitch. So
he's a fucking stupid faggot. But the way I looked at it is like, you know what? He unwillingly gave Destructor publicity. So I mean, I'm kind of grateful for him putting Destructor on blast because let's face it, in this day and age, any publicity is good publicity. So I mean,
Yeah.
I say Destructor, just take it. Trust me, we will have something to say about Sean Ross Sapp in the future.
Yeah.
JC, you know more about this fucker than I do. Please tell me about him.
On our AEW All Out of Their Mom's Basement stream,
Yeah.
I called him a fucking bitch.
Now tell me
Good.
why. Like I don't know much about the guy.
He's a dirt sheet writer.
Got
He's
you.
got a YouTube channel.
He looks like a fat Charlie Day.
Pretty much, yeah. And he's just one of those fucking douchebags that got nothing fucking interesting to say. They report the same shit that everybody else reports. And the thing he was kind of doing with Daphne, with the way he was reporting it, was like, "Hey, look at me! I've got the leading news. You know,
I got the scoop."
He's got the scoop, and he's just a fucking douchebag. I've never respected or was entertained by the guy. Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck him.
Yeah. After he went after Destructor like that, I'm like, all right, man, you are now open to criticism. I will try to pay attention to you so I can get a good, imitation of his voice going.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we might have to add him to a show. We'll never see. See what happens.
Who is
Sean
Brad
Ross Sapp.
Shepard?
Brad Shepard is a cool dude. Recently,
I thought so.
yeah, I actually, somebody hit me up and they're like, and they tagged Brad Shepard too, and they're like, "Hey, Brad, is there anybody you'd like to work with?" And then automatically they tagged at Rate Work, and so he liked the tweet. So I hit him up and I said, "What do you think, man?" And he said, "I'm just trying to get my platform straight right now, but I'll keep you in mind for the future." So we might eventually work with Brad Shepard. We'll see on that. As it is right now, more so, I'm only really trying to work with people in the VOP community. I don't really just give a shit about working with anybody else but VOP right now and the VOP family. So, yeah. Besides that, yeah, it's just keeping it straight to VOP and TWRP.
Love it. Hey,
Yeah.
and I don't want to show my bias here, but that's pretty fucking cool. So and of course, because I didn't say this in the beginning of the show, but it's always cool to have JC here. So I just got to say that
Thank
again.
you. Thank you.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah. That's all.
It's a pleasure to be here. And I always have fun every time I'm here. So.
And that's what counts. And dude,
What a weird fucking dude. Instagram story said Joey Ryan killed Daphne. Please.
I know.
He also said that Destructor is bi-curious to Penelope Ford Venom Body.
What the fuck? Penelope
I
Ford is a
know.
woman. There's no dick there.
No.
I mean, damn. You see, these are the special types of fucking losers that exist in this world. Again, on the political side, they just tell you, I hope you die. I'm going to dox you. I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to kill your family. I'm going to blow up your job. That's what they do. All right.
Yeah.
That's like a pleasant conversation with your political enemies that don't like your opinion. That's what we deal with. You get people coming to your house and fucking, death threats and everything else. I mean, it is what it is. But on the other side, my God, what a bunch of weird little fucking trolls. I mean, and I don't mean like internet trolls. I mean, just like, evolution forgot them. I mean, God.
Oh, yeah. They look like something from underneath a bridge.
Yes. It's kind of frightening,
Yeah.
And you see the nerdgasm the other night with the whole, JD. He posted a picture with one that's on Wrestling Inc. Whatever her name is, I don't even know her actual name, but whatever. And he posted a picture, the king and queen of the IWC. She's not even wearing heels, and she looks like she's a foot taller than him. I mean,
Damn.
dude, nobody thinks you're fucking cool because you went to a wrestling show. All right? Like, listen, I'll make this announcement right now, and this is going to matter to the masses just as much as him going to a wrestling show matters to somebody like me, okay? They're having the American Priorities Conference in October 7th or 10th, right? So I said, yeah, let me see what the fuck will happen. Now the VOP is a legitimate organization, and we got press credentials and shit. I applied for press credentials. We were approved. So, okay. So now with that being said, we can go and literally sit there and interview Trump, General Flynn, Rogers, all these people. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Did you just orgasm? Like, are you?
I'm just like I was hit with reality. I was like, oh
Damn.
shit, okay, I would love
It
to
is-
interview Donald Trump.
It is pretty fucking cool, right? But at the same time, like, so what's more important? All right, yes, evil Anna J, Carolina Jones, fuck all your personas. Anyway, so like again, like cool. You got to go and hang out with other people in Chicago for a wrestling pay-per-view. Wow. You're really moving the needle there, bud. Like you're gonna go there and you're gonna fucking rock the world and report on soap opera. Cool. Meanwhile, our whole crew can go down to Miami and fucking interview, you know, a former president, fucking name your fucking slew of people. Okay?
Well, and
Does it-
not only
does-
that, not only that, but I think one thing that really needs to be brought up is the fact that, you know, with Donald Trump, this is a guy who still is very much has a lot of power on the down low, and people don't know about it. So I foresee with the situation with Joe Biden, I foresee Trump eventually coming back into office. It's just, I think, inevitable.
I completely agree with you. And again, I wasn't even trying to go political here. I'm just saying that it's like, okay, good. You know, you went to a pay-per-view. I went to pay-per-views too. And do you think JD got there for free? No. But I'm sure he got his money from the people who literally tune in to listen to this asshole screech like a fucking retard. All right. So, and then, yeah, give me money. Yeah, you fucking goober. Oh, yay. Okay. So you went there and you got to get fucking hard looking. Your innie popped out and you got to look at all the fucking men that are barely taller than you. Like, dude, who cares? Like,
Right.
that's the thing. Like, who fucking cares? And it's one spammer with different accounts, Destructor. They're not that impressive.
The
They're
same
kind of
fucker.
fucking low rent. Yeah. Sorry. But
No, it's cool, man. But you tell me, did you see the fucking tweet where JD was saying to some guy, the guy was arguing with him, and he said, "Why don't you stick to jacking off Tony Khan?" And he said, "Gladly."
yeah,
Suck it off, thank you.
gladly.
Yes. So that tells you right there, he loves that shit. He's legitimately in love Tony Khan, and he's getting that AEW paycheck to suck him off.
Yeah.
Right? just like my favorite little douchewand fucking Brian Alvarez. Hello. Did you see how this mixer almost kicked my ass? I mean, did you see that video? Jesus Christ.
It's part of the intro.
Go ahead.
I saw that,
Good.
Dan, and I was like, dude, I'm putting that in the news intro. So yeah.
Outstanding. That deserves it. I mean,
Yes.
you are such a little fucking loser. It's like the greatest match ever. It's the tag team match. Hello. It's the greatest tag team match ever. Wow, because somebody jumped off a cage and they bled. Oh,
Right?
and then they talk.
Like,
Yeah,
I've seen that a billion times before.
I know, right? How fucking revolutionary is that? And somebody said about look at the diverse roster of fucking AEW. WWE can't hold a candle.
Oh, dude. Okay.
I just that person didn't respond. I said, "You really want to go down that road?" Like, let's be honest here. All right. You got all your minorities literally on AEW Dark. So
It's called AEW Dark for a reason.
Well, here's the thing.
I guess so.
How many black champions have AEW had?
None.
In 2 years.
None. They didn't even put the title on Big Swole when she was actually over with the crowd.
No.
They didn't fucking do anything with Scorpio Sky when they were kind of pushing him towards the top. They never have had an adequate black top champion.
Let's put it this way: WWE in the past 6 months have had 3 top black champions.
Yep.
Bobby Lashley,
Yep.
Sasha Banks, and Bianca Belair.
Well, and we were actually talking about this the other day. We were thinking about all the champions that WWE has that are of anti-white race, other than white. And you have the tag team champions on both brands, with the exception of AJ Styles.
Mhm.
You have the world champion for SmackDown and for Raw, the Intercontinental champion, and the U.S. champion. So we're talking about pretty much every one of their top male champions is of anything but white.
Yeah,
24/7.
Yes,
Yeah,
24/7.
Reggie.
Thank you
Yeah.
with Reggie, exactly. So that shows you right there.
And dude, I'm gonna lie to you. Like, believe me, and this is what I liked. Like, oh, you're again the e-drone thing. Like, get fucking original, people. But I'm gonna say, like, I was actually more into seeing the Omos squaring off against Bobby Lashley there in that 1 minute of Raw. That to me was far more impressive than the other shit I saw over the weekend. Sorry, like that. That actually, like, look at this. You got a dude who actually is a legit badass, looks like a badass, and is your champion, versus an actual fucking huge ass guy who fights like a big man and is actually over. And he's like, what, 24? So okay. Let's compare Omos to fucking 51, 52-year-old Big Slow co-main eventing AEW, the future of wrestling. Yeah.
Well, and not only that, but with Omos, here you have a guy that was actually trained by Kevin Nash and Scott Hall in the Performance Center. So he knows how to wrestle like a guy more than any other guy on the current roster. You learn from guys like that, you're definitely going to learn something. Right. So I foresee great things for Omos, especially with his age. You know, no knee problems, no back problems for a big guy. I think the sky's the limit. So I think once he gets past his Diesel bodyguard stage, he's going to be a star.
Yep. I totally agree. And again, like, look at the people who are actually over on the WWE side. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you got people, all right, Randy Orton, but he's been consistent, right? But fucking Riddle is how, like, all these people, all right? Like, yo, and tell me who's the future of wrestling again. You look at all the posters of AEW and like, what they wearing. Somebody posted that fucking horrible picture of like Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre from Impact. I'm like, you realize, and I commented there and the person didn't respond. I said, you realize how dumb you are right now? And then they don't.
Oh, you mean Drake Martin isn't the future of professional wrestling? It's
right?
It's fucking redheaded black dude.
Seriously, I mean, it's just painful, the reaction. And that I like that meme, the AEWWE. I mean, I enjoy that, but seriously, look at your top talent and look at who you chose to put over on the brand that's the future of professional wrestling. Yeah. Okay.
It's all ex-WWE guys. I mean, even if you look at the fucking All Out poster, it's all ex-WWE guys. And I don't know if you realize this, but they took CM Punk's face off of the All Out chair and replaced it with Britt Baker. And shortly thereafter that, he tweeted, "Fuck, ... Trouble in Paradise
already." And I saw, was it Brad Shepard that reported it, or that OTRS, that other one? That one seems kind of cool too.
OTRS is a cool dude. I like him.
Cool. And I saw, see, I'm learning. I'm still learning. All right.
Yeah.
I was only exposed to the Screeching Moron and TWRP, so I got to learn the rest. But hey, besides my personal email from Wade Keller, I'm cool. Anyway, but seriously, like, he said something about reports backstage about already there's problems with how people are being booked, and we see Mr. Andrade, he's upset, and all this other shit. Like, what did you
Wade was saying something about that on Busted Open, so he's not the only one. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about what's going on backstage, and where there's smoke, there's fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. I mean, come on. You see all these fucking people, and all these people are making ass loads of money for limited schedules versus the people who are there wrestling on their YouTube shows or whatever the fuck and putting the time in. They're making a hell of a lot less. So it's all going to come to the surface. Sorry.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of funny that the people that hated WWE for overpushed part-timers are now the same people that are supporting AEW pushing overpaid part-timers?
You can't win with these fuckers. Well, here's what really trips me out about these fucking dickheads is they're the same assholes that'll be like, Vince McMahon is holding down Andrade, and then he gets released, and then they're like not even saying shit that Andrade's not even on television.
Yeah,
Andrade himself is unhappy with what's going on, but they're fucking happy as shit. Oh, he's not under Vince's shackles anymore.
And that's what it is. They just hate Vince McMahon.
Yeah, It's sad to say. That's what it is. It's, as JC said, Vince McMahon derangement syndrome.
It is.
Yes. That's a damn good. I like that. That's appropriate because it's really where we lie with that shit. It's just kind of pathetic, and they look really fucking stupid for how they portray. Like, they're such hypocrites. I know they don't even know the definition of the word hypocrite because they're too stupid. But seriously, oh my god.
It's unbelievable when you think about it, just how just stupid they are and so egotistical in their stupidity.
Yeah.
It really surprises me how many grammatical dumbasses there are on Twitter. Like, you may have good grammar, but that doesn't mean that you're smart, motherfucker. It pisses me off, people spouting retarded ideas with well-worded paragraphs. It's like, no, you're still a fucking retard.
Right.
That's what I feel
Right.
like saying to them.
You're still sorry you don't rank. And I like that Alvarez was pressured. He took his sweet time posting the ratings from last week. Notice usually he can't waste to hello. He's all excited about the ratings.
Yep.
You know, oh, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. But
Yeah.
he really didn't want to post the ones from this past week. Only when he got shamed into doing it, he did. So yeah, your 600,000 for Rampage versus your what? 2.2 whatever for SmackDown or whatever the fuck it was. Like, these aren't great numbers regardless, but yeah, your bump is gone. All right.
That's proof, if anything, that, let's really face it, even though they got Roman Reigns, SmackDown is still the B show. That's proof that AEW cannot compete against WWE's B show.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, okay, even if Rampage is on right after SmackDown, you're still sharing the same wrestling audience. So the fact that people will tune out for Rampage and then tune right in for SmackDown tells you everything.
Exactly. It's pretty pathetic. So, and now you shot your load all at one time. So, okay, you got all your little midgets there now. Wonderful. And now what? Oh, maybe Bray Wyatt. What's left? Seriously, what's left?
Ric Flair ain't gonna bump the number.
No, well, and even with Bray Wyatt, he was just on TV 6 months ago,
Right.
and the ratings weren't going up.
Right, and he actually had a gimmick. They're gonna debut him as Bray Wyatt Dark Order with like no gimmick at all, and nobody will give a shit.
No, he'll be Wyndham Rotunda because WWE owns the name Bray Wyatt.
Well, you see what I mean.
Well, no, totally.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about that is that CM Punk being gone for 7 years and having all that hype could only generate 1 week of a ratings bump.
Yeah.
What is Bray Wyatt going to do?
Well, they're all washouts. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have anybody who's really going to make an impact. If like AEW got John Cena or The Rock, they might get some impact.
But the thing too is that, like, honestly, for them long term, they need to be building new stars.
Yeah.
You got some people. You got Britt Baker. You can build into a star. You got
Right.
Tay Conti. You can build into a star. And they're not doing it. They're prioritizing the WWE talents, which I go back to the hypocrisy of.
Right.
How can you make new? How can you complain about WWE not making new stars when AEW is doing the exact opposite of making new
Then
stars?
you got Khan saying, "Oh, you know what? There's no such thing as a full roster." Well, here you are so overbloated that you're spilling out into 4 different shows
Yeah.
where people still don't have enough time to shine.
No.
So what's your fucking point, man? You're just going to keep on signing until you have to go to 5 shows, 6 shows, 7 shows, and there's no hierarchy.
Well, and even then, you'll have people not making TV, not even making Elevation,
True.
getting aggravated. Hey, why am I not getting TV time? I thought this was the all-inclusive company.
Yeah.
And then I think you're going to see some AEW people go to WWE because they want to be featured.
Yeah,
I think you're going to see some of them go,
I can see that.
and it'll be the people that are actually marketable.
Right.
You know?
Ricky Starks,
Yeah.
a perfect example. I definitely see him going over to WWE once his contract is
And
up.
Anna Jay, I think she's going to head over to WWE.
Yeah, maybe even they'll bring back Tay Conti with Bruce Pritchard in charge now.
Because they're not, like, 1 week on Rampage. That ain't enough.
Yeah, well, and even with Tay Conti, here's a chick that last week she had the biggest ratings bump for AEW. She brought them over 1 million rating in her spot. Check this out. The Penelope Ford Tay Conti match was the highest viewed match.
Yeah.
Segment of the night, bar none. No questions asked. This is the first time she's done this for AEW, mind you.
No.
She's also done it for NXT, and I guarantee you after this she will be back on Dark. Because what happened last time she bumped the number? Put her on Dark.
Because why put her in a prominent role again when now you have Ruby Soho, the big star?
Right.
There's not enough time.
Yeah.
That's the problem here. And that's, like, with all these AEW fans ignoring this.
And even a guy like Wardlow, here's a guy who you could actually book as a credible contender for the world title, and they're making him a bodyguard jobber.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what's the fucking point? You already ruined MJF, who could have been your next up-and-coming heel. You make fucking Luchasaurus, who actually looks imposing, looks cool without the mask on, and you make him a fucking lucha jobber.
And
Who?
we're seeing it happen now with Andrade complaining on social media.
Mhm.
It's starting already.
Yeah.
Already it's starting.
Seriously, you just nailed it with the Luchasaurus dude. I mean,
Yeah.
there's somebody who actually looks like a star next to that little runt fuck. And what is he known for now? He gets to be in the ring while CM Punk and all them sing Golden Girl songs to you. I mean,
Well,
that's
Jungle
all you're going to
Boy's
see
getting a
videos
bigger
of.
push than him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, that's all I see of the Lucha what the fuck are they called? The Lucha Express or the Jurassic Express or
Jurassic
whatever.
Express. There you go.
I can't keep track of those wonderful names, but like, you know, all I ever see of them is, wow, look, they're in the ring next to other WWE guys fucking saying fuck, saying kiss my ass, and singing Golden Girls. Cool. Okay. Wow. How's that rub, huh?
Right?
I mean, just, it's fucking
It just gets
nauseating.
faggier and faggier with each week that CM Punk is around. And I can't wait for the rumors even a month from now when you hear rumors of the Bucks and CM Punk button heads backstage, because I guarantee you it's going to happen.
Well, they already did with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And CM Punk is even more outspoken and more stubborn
Mhm.
and more egotistical.
Well, and it says volumes, the fact that Colt Cabana hasn't appeared on AEW TV since CM Punk has debuted.
Good point.
Yep.
Really, really good point.
I was going to bring that up. You know, I thought that's kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I know that not too long ago that there was that counter lawsuit going on with, you know, Punk actually countersuing Colt Cabana for suing him in the first place over losses from that whole big lawsuit that he dragged him into with his podcast.
Yep.
So,
Interesting dynamic, huh?
dude, just way too many fucking people under contract.
Well, but like, look at the whole CM Punk match too against Darby Allin. On the surface, it's former WWE guy goes to AEW in his first pay-per-view match, buries a promising up-and-coming babyface.
Yes.
Like,
Yep.
Look at that shit.
Well, and even look at what they did with Paul White versus QT Marshall. They buried a guy who they were trying to book as one of their top heels, at least in the mid-card. And granted, he doesn't deserve to be a top heel in the mid-card, but still a homegrown talent, and they were having him beat by the Big Show in his first match.
Yeah, and let's look at Thunder Rosa and Ruby Riott.
Right. Thunder Rosa, homegrown talent.
Homegrown talent's been busting her ass trying to get to the top.
Right.
Ruby just comes right in and
takes everything because she's ex-WWE.
And no one's going to complain.
Nobody's going to say shit.
The marks aren't going to complain. They're not going to say anything. And
it's sad. It really is sad, the hypocrisy you see going on, and nobody says anything if they're an AEW fan. It's almost to the point that if you say anything bad about AEW, it's automatic sacrilege. It's like, how dare you? I mean, there's no such thing as constructive criticism anymore. It's, oh, you're an AEW basher. You're trying to trash them. You're trying to embarrass them, so I'm going to dox you.
Speaking of CM Punk, went on a tirade about how people are just hating too much in AEW.
Fuck him.
No one's offering constructive criticism. They're all being a bunch of fucking assholes.
We put out a fix this on AEW, you stupid cocksucker.
Yeah. Fucking Mark. Dude, it's just with the way CM Punk spoke about fucking The Rock and Cena and all the other, you know, the part-time guys, right? But then that big moment of him shaking Sting's hand, like, it's just like, yeah, you don't like those guys in their 40s and 50s, you like those guys in their 60s. Woo, you know, that's pretty cool. Like, yeah, dude, you're the voice of the voiceless.
Oh, and did you see the article where he was basically saying that you must be 65 years old and racist if you don't get Orange Cassidy?
Yeah, like,
it's fucking
honestly.
You won't get Orange Cassidy if you're 65 years old and racist. This is a progressive, up-and-coming gimmick.
If you don't like AEW, you need to check your white male privilege.
You fucking
If you're black, fuck you.
Fuck you, you're not black enough.
If you don't like AEW, you're not black.
The new Joe Biden. CM Biden.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I came back for the fans. Yeah, and $3 million. Yeah.
1 month later.
Fuck you guys, you fucking marks. Get away from me and AJ. We're trying to enjoy our dinner at the steakhouse, you fucking assholes.
Hey now, Mr. Graves. By the way, kudos to Kevin Nash.
Yes.
That was funny. I mean, I know it's not AEW, but that was funny. And honestly, I gotta say too, you know how I feel about the New Day. I fucking hate them. I absolutely hate the New Day, but yes. I actually enjoyed their outsider tribute. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because I hate everything about them. I actually cheered the other assholes beat the shit out of him. Skidmark and what's their names? Fucking your buddy. Fucking Dijakoff. Yeah. Dijakoff and whatever. But I at least they paid homage to two people with talent. That's all.
I'm just shocked that those guys still have jobs with all these roster cuts. How the fuck does T-Girl still have a job?
I don't know.
I think the name gives it away. You know?
I don't want to be a total dick because recently he was showing off on Twitter that his son was showing off this mural saying, I want to be like my daddy, a pro wrestler when I grow up. So I think cool, but at the same time, dude, it's like you should be working in AEW.
Well, not only
you
that,
deserve to have a job, just not in WWE.
We got enough boring wrestlers. Okay, kid, pick another profession. Okay?
Right, seriously. There's enough boring tall guys in pro wrestling with lanky bodies.
God, I don't know. And now what? Excuse me. Apparently, did you hear about Keith Lee being rebooked? They're dark matching him for as a monster heel.
Yeah. Actually, he was he matched the very beginning of the Raw tapes for the Raw live show. Mm-hmm. He was at the very beginning before main event taping started, and
Shelton Benjamin, right?
No. It was Jeff Hardy versus Shelton Benjamin. Went up against a local talent, crushed the dude in 5 minutes, and he looked our way like kind of pissed off, like right at us, like you look like a pissed off gorilla coming at you. And I gave him a double thumbs up, and he turned away real quick after that. Like, dude, we weren't gonna hate on you. We like Keith Lee. We put out a top 10 awesome on you. Why the fuck would we be hating? Because we think that your girlfriend is an idiot. We don't think you are.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it again. Freaking wrestling, we all know the state of wrestling, but again, God, if I really wanted, if I was looking at this shit objectively, right, like completely like outsider looking in, like seriously, I would look at WWE and look at AEW and say, who claims to be the future of pro wrestling? Who has guys on their roster that you could actually build a company around? Well, honestly, anybody that you would have in AEW, and I really don't think there's many, have been pushed down to the bottom already. So you have the only people you have are the ones with the WWE connection, and in WWE again. And I'm not saying I like this shit, but look at somebody like a Reggie. Son of a bitch is athletic as hell, right? So can he wrestle? I don't know, but he's done some impressive shit. So there's somebody. Cross, again, his after Raw promo they should have put out on TV was fantastic. Yes. You can see where they're going. Like, at least you have something, And on the flip side of that, you have AEW where it's like, oh, cool. It's WWE 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Cool. And, I don't get the excitement. I'm sorry.
Well, it just frustrates me how we always see these good videos that happen, these good promos, and they're always on Twitter. They're always on the YouTube channel. They're never on TV, and I think that's where they could really captivate people. That cross promo, if people saw the intensity in it, I think they'd see, oh, that's what these TWRP guys are talking about. That's what they're talking about.
Is that in the news?
I can put it in the news.
Do it.
I can get it in.
Do it.
I'll find a way. We did talk about it, but I can go ahead and cut it into the outro or something. People. At least some of it, or else WWE will flag it. They do.
Chippy chop.
I'll chippy chop it. I'll chop it, chip it, chop it, chop it, chip it. So we'll get it in there, guys.
Magical shit.
Yes, we will.
Hey, I'm gonna do a shameless plug.
Please.
Sorry. So this month you're gonna see a whole bunch of shit rolling out. All right, it wasn't September 1st. We're gonna have a whole bunch of shit rolling out. Okay. So you're going to get your Rokus, you're going to get your Apple TVs, you're going to get your Fire TVs, you're going to get all your Android TVs and fucking whatever, whatever names I can't even remember. It's all coming. But right now, and yeah, I know it looks like shit, but it doesn't matter. And what you expect, what is something that I kind of sort of in a way created. I have no abilities. But to listen to our shit live, you could go to the Google Play Store on Android and download the VOP Network app. It is there. You can listen. I know there's some people listening to the show right now, according to my little console app. So thank you. And you can download that right now. And it's going to look different. We're gonna revamp it. We're gonna make it look pretty. It was all about getting it out there. So if you like a clean, simple interface that's not too catchy, that's our app. But it's there. It's live. Apple will be out very, very soon, possibly by the end of this week. We just had to answer a licensing question, and that was done. So Apple should be rolling out, if not by the end of this week, beginning of next week. So again, if you have Google and you're interested, please download the app. And even if you want to hate on it, give us 5 stars, then tell us we suck. Thank you.
Hey, all that matters at the end of the day is engagement, and we're glad that you guys engage with us. Hate us, love us, just go ahead and engage with us. And I tell you, I've checked out this app. It's fucking cool. I personally got iPhone, so I'm waiting for the iOS version. But yeah, guys, this is some big shit right here. And I can't wait to see just all these apps start rolling out, and just all these haters just shutting the fuck up.
Right.
Because VOP, this is some big time shit, man. And you're going to see how big time we are before the end of this year. I'm telling you.
Damn right.
Fuck yeah. So a lot of cool shit coming. So yeah. Sorry it didn't all roll out on September 1st, but hey, when you're doing it all yourself, it takes time, right? So it's coming. It's coming. So yes, thank you. And are we announcing Saturday? I know you did on the news last week.
Yes. Let me go ahead and plug that again. So guys, please check it out. We will be doing a special on Saturday, and that is going live. It's going to be on the Question Everything Anon YouTube channel. The very first live stream we've ever done. We're bringing Dan Smiriglia with us and Truly, and it's going to be a Question Everything Anon on 9/11. And I think there's a lot of stuff that needs to be covered about this. We really need to crack this open and let you know what we feel about it. This is one of the most widely requested Question Everythings that we've ever had. So to do it on 9/11 live with Dan Smiriglia with some big time shit, I believe 3 p.m. PST, right, is what we're looking at for that?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So 3 p.m. PST on Saturday, we'll be bringing you guys that very first live stream on Question Everything Anon. Big time shit.
Damn right.
Excited about that. That's going to be fun. So yeah.
Yeah.
And never a more perfect time. So there you go.
Hell yes. Now, Dan, I wanted to get your whole thoughts on if you think that Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi are next in line.
Yeah, we're going here, huh?
I've got to get your opinions on this.
Yes, you've had them behind the scenes already talking the 25th Amendment. You had a progressive Democrat in Congress already bring up the 25th Amendment on the floor of the House, not a Republican. So, yes, I think they're definitely working it. They're going to make their move. I'd say end of the year, but it's definitely happening. And that's where I always come to that impasse, right? Where I say to people, like, honestly, you want Biden gone. I get it. He's fucking terrible. All right. But then you get her. And then you have the strong possibility of the Speaker of the House moving into the vice presidency. So imagine a Harris and Pelosi running this country. I mean, it's no win either way you look at it, right? But I think they've had this plotted, they've had this planned, and yeah, it's definitely coming. It's only a matter of time. They're not very good at hiding it. So, I mean, she's distanced herself from Biden hardcore. That whole big slap in the face when she walked in front of the president, leaving that one press conference or that signing of a bill, and he didn't give the vice president a pen, didn't shake her hand, then she walked in front of the president. I mean, let's be honest, anybody that, a snail could, outpace Biden, but still the little things, and then her just disappearing when the whole Afghanistan, shit pile happened and everything else. So yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. And she's got a bit of a problem too, because her polling is in the tank.
Oh God, yeah. She couldn't. I mean, that's why she bounced out of the primaries before the first vote was cast. She couldn't even get a 1%. Nope. She had negative numbers in her own state. So, I mean, there's the woman, the first African-American female vice president who really is an African-American, and she did a great job keeping black people in jail and using them as literal slave labor in California. So, yeah, what a hero, right? What a hero. I mean, she's known for what? Her claim to fame is, I kept black people in prison longer and used them for indentured servitude, and I'm a slut whore and what a Montel side bitch is. Wow. I mean, wow. And even the guy that cheated on his wife with you didn't vote for you. So, okay, cool. Good for you. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, she's just a disgusting woman on so many levels, and I highly regret that celebrity checklist we did on her. I didn't know much about the woman at the time, and I highly take back a lot of the shit that I say. And just a really awful person. I couldn't imagine a worse combination. Like, the only worse combination than Pelosi and Harris would be like Harris and Hillary.
Oh.
That would be the unholy combination right there.
Well, in all honesty, nothing would change.
Oh no,
at all.
No, we would go to war quicker, guaranteed.
Well, I just think that Biden, Harris, they're all agents of the same people running the show.
Yes,
and that the agenda is still in place, no matter who's running it. So
yes,
yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, just it's one of those things that I don't think people are fully realize that, and they're going to keep on going on their preconceived notions of who they think is going to be the best savior for this country when they all work for the same person. We've been trying to tell you this, guys, since the very get-go. I mean, even though I like Trump, I can't deny that he has to report to the same guys that all those other guys have to.
The only thing I say to the people that still support Trump is, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is.
I mean, you know that they got to do some fucked up shit to get in office.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who it is. You got to do up shit to get in that situation.
Absolutely. And the fact that they're not going to let him get in office and let him have power.
Right.
Unchecked. There's no way.
Well, they want, more than anything, I think they want a leader in office who has no compassion for the human people. So if they have to do something, it's not a big deal. They're just like, whatever. I mean, we all saw, I'm going to talk about more during our question everything on 9/11, but just the nonchalance on George Bush's face when he was told that there was an attack on the Twin Towers, and he just kept on going with the story. Kept on going.
Yeah.
And some people out there are going to say, it was shock. No. He knew it was happening, and he got the confirmation. Mm-hmm. The hit had been done.
No, and I think they were expecting it to happen.
Exactly. And like a lot of this shit happening right now. Like, I fully expected for the Bitcoin market to crash once El Salvador made it their legal tender. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're going to have shit like that happen. And you're probably going to see an uprise when, the Chinese government debuted their GovCoin during the Winter Olympics. So you're probably going to see an uprise then. But it's just one of those things where you can see more than ever, once you get familiar with the patterns, you can see how a lot of this shit is predetermined, not only on the stock markets, not only on the financial level, but also on the political level. Right. Now in this game field that they have. I mean, just look at the fact that with this whole Kabul bombing that happened, that could have easily been resolved fucking, Obama style with drones. A single American life didn't have to be wasted in that situation.
Well, not just that, but you got to figure that there's all sorts of robot technology now that our military now has that they don't even meet actual people in.
Yes. I mean, look at all the unmanned jets that they have now and the shit that they can do.
The robot dogs.
The robot dog. Yes. The what is it?
The big dog.
The big dogs. Thank you.
Yeah,
yes.
And they got like those things called PETA Man.
Yeah. Boston Technologies. Yeah. They're whipping them out like crazy right now. Hey, Tesla even has their own bot too.
Yep.
So you have all these companies that are really specializing in robotics. And I even saw a quote recently, I forgot who it was from, but they said that the age of human robots is over.
Yeah.
So that tells you what they're gearing towards. I think that they're looking to take a lot of blue-collar jobs and automate them to save on labor and make that 2030 agenda a reality.
Well, it's just more part of the agenda of merging humanity with machines.
Yeah.
Yep.
Except not everyone will be treated equally when the merger occurs.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Very true.
And so that will look a lot like a high-tech Elysium type society where you're going to have the elites having more power and control over society.
1984.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And a lot more automation. You're going to see some shit from iRobot. Everything that you've seen in movies in some way, shape, or form is foreshadowing what's going to happen in the future because the elites plan shit out way longer than WWE storylines, folks. Yeah. We're talking decades in the making. They plan the shit out of what's going to happen. And what they'll do is they'll Easter egg drop like little hits about this shit in movies and TV shows to get you like consciously aware of what's going on, subconsciously aware of what's going on. And once you're subconsciously aware, that's when they're like, all right, we got them. Now let's go ahead and drop some more hits.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all over the place.
And
it doesn't matter what you look at.
Let's take it a little bit more in an insane direction where what have they been promoting in the past 10 years? Hardcore.
Well, they've been promoting
Zombies.
yes.
And alien invasions.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. But especially zombies. Dan
Yep.
drew a really good point there.
He did.
And you know what? I was even talking with Julie about this. If you look at the CDC website, they actually have an area for zombies. And some people out there could say that, oh, they're joking around. They're not joking around.
No.
This is something that they've engineered and they've worked on for a long time to make this a reality. And that's why I keep on saying, guys, don't think that the movies that you're seeing are too far-fetched from reality, because trust me, they're doing crazier shit underground. These DUMBs, if you've heard of them, deep underground military bases, these are basically the home for experimentation, where they get to do whatever they want.
Right. Well, and it would stand to reason that the government would have underground secret bases to do testing on.
Especially with all the money that's been put forward Black Ops budgets.
Yeah.
We're talking trillions of dollars have gone missing. Mm-hmm. Where have they gone?
Into top secret projects.
So are they paying $100,000 for a hammer?
No, they're just marking up and using that money for other things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's something that I wish people would realize, that a lot of the reason why our country and our planet is such in debt is because of all the money that has been funded for these underground military projects all over the world, not just in the US, mind you.
Right.
A lot of these countries have put themselves in debt with this underground shit that they're doing with other agencies and other interplanetary things out there. So
it's almost like they're getting prepared.
They're very much getting prepared, right,
for something that's going to happen in the future. And I kind of wonder why the Pentagon would release footage of a UFO and say, we don't know what this is, we don't know what this could be, but, you know.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is. Well, and I was watching a movie earlier called Remembrance, and it made me think a lot of what was going on with the predictions of Edgar Casey,
right,
saying that the East and West Coast would eventually be underwater. And here this movie was basically showing that New Orleans and Miami were underwater and everybody was living on rooftops. I was like, dude, I could see something like this happening.
Well, let's put it this way: the coasts of America,
right,
especially the East Coast, getting hit more and more frequently with more intense storms.
Yes,
and
yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, JC, but did you? I mean, I know we're gonna get it already, right? Conspiracy theorist, but
I love it.
Did you notice how the last hurricane just magically went up, then turned left, then shifted right, and then made a boomerang right up to the east? I mean, the jet streams don't support that. Okay,
right.
It doesn't get more basic than that. The jet streams do not align with what happened. It's called HARP, people. It was declassified in 1999 and publicly used by China, admittedly so, for the 2008 Olympic Games. I mean, Texas and the border of Mexico, deep freeze right on Inauguration Day. People, believe me, they like, I know this sounds crazy to some people. It was declassified what they did in World War II when they were fearing a hurricane coming on the East Coast by Wallops Island, West Virginia, and Virginia, you know, where one of their Navy bases. There was a hurricane coming and they dropped a bomb in the center of the hurricane and the hurricane disappeared. So this is, and that was in the 40s. So, and it was declassified. We're not even saying something that just is our opinion. This is literally declassified shit. Okay.
Anybody who's questioning whether this is a crazy conspiracy or not can go into Google, as I did, and type in HAARP, and you'll come up with the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program.
Yes,
it's an actual government program started in 1993 by the U.S. Navy.
Well, and even if you don't believe in anything like that, even though there's actual information that you can read upon it and CIA disclosed documents on it, even if you don't believe in that, let's look at the fact that Dubai recently launched a shitload of aluminum up into their stratosphere just to make it rain.
Right.
Yep. I mean, genetic modification is nothing new, and weather modification is nothing new.
Well, and that sense too with the chemtrails,
right?
With the barium salts, because it makes the sky more magnetic.
Exactly.
So when you run the HAARP program, you ionize the atmosphere. You make it more reactive to create more storms.
Exactly.
It becomes easier to get superstorms. What are we saying now?
Yes.
Boom.
And let's be honest, the target of everybody, right? Especially now with their whole agenda and the collapsing of the economy and the supply chain and everything else, farmers, ranchers, you got to go. All right.
Yeah.
They need to do everything in their power to destroy anything that you do, because they don't want, they want you to have that meat that's grown from a fucking cell and grown in a tube. They want you to have those GMO friggin' veggies and frickin' peppers and corn and everything else. They don't want, I mean, it's nothing is coincidental. All right. They literally preach to you about global warming, but again, the temperature of the earth has gone down 4 degrees now. It was 3, now 4 degrees in the last 20 years. And before the 20-year mark, they were talking about the next ice age. So which one is it? All right. So yes, it's hot in the summertime. It's global warming. It's cold in the wintertime. It's global warming. Which one is it? These are just terms and just things created by men to basically control the narrative. That's it. Again, the big 3, Operation, what was that? Not Paperclip. That was the Nazis. What the hell was it called when they did the media thing back in the 50s, the CIA? Boomerang?
Operation Mockingbird?
Mockingbird, yeah.
Mockingbird, thank you, yes. Anybody who says something that sounds too factually accurate, refer to them as conspiracy theorists to demean them and belittle them and discredit them. Okay?
Yeah.
Again, declassified documents.
Oh, there's actually a agency out there that employs disinformation agents, and that's their sole job, is to go online and go to these conspiracy boards and basically make people look like tinfoil hat wearing idiots if they try to bring anything truthful. And they will do anything they can. Will harass you on any platform you're on. I've had this happen before. And it's to the point where they'll even follow you on YouTube comments. It gets fucking weird how they'll go out of their way to scout you once they find you. And once you start speaking the truth about this shit, they really don't want the truth to get out there. And that's why you see a lot with YouTube now. They're getting really quick on shutting down anything about the truth. And that's why you're not seeing the stream on YouTube right now, guys. Because I guarantee you, we would say something that would cause us to get a flag or a strike because we're telling the truth. They don't like the truth. Did you know that telling the truth nowadays is called medical misinformation? I didn't know that. But apparently that's what YouTube says. Apparently, if I tell the truth, I'm guilty of bullying and